Right. Getting ready for that domestic housekeeper interview. We are diving deep into RoleCatcher so you can really nail it, this deep dive. Think of it as your secret weapon, like a cheat sheet. We've got the career guide, their interview guide, and even got a sneak peek at those AI tools. Pretty cool. We'll hit those common questions, yeah, the ones you're expecting, but also, those industry trends, those career paths that might totally surprise you.
You know, it's funny. You see all this advice out there, and it's all about like practical skills, like cleaning, the cooking, the childcare. But RoleCatcher, they're doing something different. Their interview guide, it really zeroes in on high level of service, being super professional, going above and beyond. And that right there, that tells us a lot about what these employers, what they're really looking for.
It's like they're saying, yeah, we need someone to handle the day-to-day, of course, but we want someone who sees this as more than just a job. Which, speaking of, brings us to that first question from RoleCatcher. What inspired you to become a domestic housekeeper? I feel like that one, it throws people off.
It does. And it's not about your whole life story, or getting too personal. It's a chance, a golden opportunity to show your passion, like really connect your values to the job itself, a chance to stand out. So if a perfectly organized pantry just makes you happy, or seeing a sparkling clean house, it just gives you that sense of peace. Tell them.
So ditch those generic answers like, I'm a hard worker. I mean, come on, who isn't going to say that?
Right. It's got to be about you, why this role speaks to you. They're looking for that genuine spark because you're not just filling a position, you're becoming part of their home.
Makes sense. Showing you care, you get the impact you can have. Okay, next up, RoleCatcher has. What do you think are the most important qualities for a domestic housekeeper to have? Seems kind of straightforward. Is it really more than just listing skills?
You're right. It seems simple, but this is how they gauge your self-awareness. Can you really look at this job and get what it takes to excel? They want to see if you have those essential qualities, those things that go beyond wiping a counter.
Okay, so common traps. What should we avoid saying here?
Those generic answers and no real-life stuff, saying you're hardworking, detail-oriented, but like no stories. Missed opportunity. And avoid stuff that focuses on what you get, like I'm a fast learner. Flip it, focus on the employer. I'm crazy organized, so I manage tasks efficiently. Nothing slips through the cracks. See, subtle shift.
Like, here's how my strengths mean value for you.
Yeah.
So smart. Can you give us like a power answer, one that really nails it?
For sure. You could say, I believe the most important qualities for a domestic housekeeper are trustworthiness, meticulous attention to detail, and a proactive approach to problem solving. For example, in my previous role, I noticed a potential safety hazard in the garden and immediately took care of it, preventing a possible accident. This shows my commitment not only to a clean and organized environment, but to the well-being of the entire household.
Whoa, great example. Not just telling them, but you've proven it, taking action. Now, listener, think about your experiences. What situations have you been in where you really showed those domestic housekeeper qualities? Jot down some notes, these real-life examples. That's what makes you stand out.
Okay, this one can be tricky. How do you ensure that you're providing a high level of service to your clients? It's not just like being polite, right?
Exactly. What are they really digging at with this one?
They want to see. Are you client-focused, detail-oriented, proactive? Can you anticipate needs? Do you get what high-level service means in this role?
Understanding their specific needs, then boom, going above and beyond to meet them. Yeah, I see how that makes a difference.
Exactly. So like, I vacuum every day. Doesn't tell them much, but I know you have a family member with dust allergies, so I'm very thorough with my vacuuming to help maintain a healthy environment.
Different, right?
You're thinking about them, not just checking a box. Okay, what are some like common mistakes people make with this one? Vague stuff. I always do my best. Doesn't tell them anything specific. Explain your process. System for feedback. Do you anticipate needs based on the season or the family schedule? Concrete examples.
Not just what you do, it's how.
Right.
Standout answer, one that really nails that client focus. Hit us with it.
Definitely. You could say, to ensure I'm providing a high level of service, I prioritize communication and really listen to feedback. I always start by discussing the family's priorities and preferences, creating a cleaning plan that reflects what's important to them. I regularly check in to make sure they're happy, and I'm always open to adjustments.
Love that. Not just doing a job, you're a partner. Creating a comfortable home. Listener question for you. What specific things do you do to get each family's needs and adapt? This is where you shine, show your personalized approach, what great service looks like in action. Take some time, think about your methods, jot down those examples.
Now, this one makes people nervous. How do you handle situations where a client is dissatisfied with your work? Oh, conflict resolution, it's a part of life, right?
I can see this one making people sweat a little. What are they really trying to get at?
They're checking your emotional intelligence. Stay calm, professional under pressure. Communicate clearly, work towards a resolution. They need to know you can handle these situations with grace. You value their feedback, even when it's not, sunshine and rainbows.
So even if you think it's unfair, you got to show you can handle it maturely.
Exactly. You can acknowledge their feelings without agreeing. Instead of disagreeing, try. I understand you're not happy with how this turned out. Can you help me understand what specifically wasn't meeting your expectations? I want to make sure we're on the same page.
Great way to de-escalate. Open up the dialogue. Can we get a complete answer? Really shows that mature, solution-oriented approach.
For sure. You could say, if a client expresses dissatisfaction, the first thing I do is try to understand their concerns. I listen carefully, ask questions to clarify, and then I explain my process and reasoning while acknowledging their perspective. I always aim to find a solution we both agree on, whether that means adjusting my methods or even redoing the task. Ultimately, open communication and ensuring their needs are met is my top priority.
Fantastic answer. Shows you're willing to listen, learn, and adapt. Listener, think back. Have you ever, successfully handled a conflict? What strategies got you to a good outcome? Real-life gold in an interview.
Moving on, we've got how do you keep up with new cleaning techniques and products? This one's all about showing you're dedicated to your craft.
Right. It's not just a job, it's a profession. What are they listening for in your answer? What are they hoping to hear?
Signs that you're committed to professional development. Are you curious, resourceful? Do you take initiative to learn and grow? Do you actually want to be the best at this?
So what makes you seem out of touch or stuck in your ways?
Don't act like you know it all. This world's always changing. New products, new tech, new best practices popping up all the time, saying you don't need more training. Red flag.
All about being open. Open to learning, growing, new ideas. Hit us with an answer that really embodies that.
Okay, here's one. You could say, I love staying up to date with the latest advancements in cleaning. I read industry blogs, I attend webinars, even subscribe to professional magazines to keep my skills sharp. Recently, I learned about a new steam cleaning method that eliminates bacteria without using harsh chemicals, and I'm excited to try it out.
Boom. That's an answer that screams passionate and forward thinking. And it subtly shows you care about using the best, most effective methods. Listener, your turn. What resources do you use to stay current? Blogs, podcasts, online courses, even just, chatting with other pros. Write down what keeps you inspired and informed. Your chance to show them you're truly invested.
All right, one that's all about boundaries. How do you maintain a high level of professionalism when working in clients' homes? It is a unique workplace, right? You're in their personal space.
So not like an office. What are they really assessing here?
They're making sure you get it. Appropriate behavior, respecting privacy, making them comfortable having you in their home. You're a guest and a trusted professional. Discreet, respectful of their space, but efficient, proactive, getting things done. A balance.
You're part of the family, but not actually family? Mistakes people make. Common ones.
Downplaying how you look. You don't need a uniform, but sloppy. Wrong message. Neat, tidy, professional. Also, anything you wouldn't do at a regular job. Off limits. Gossiping, personal calls, oversharing personal stuff.
Respect their time, respect their space. So, answer that strikes that perfect balance. Give us one.
Okay, how about this? I believe that being professional starts with respecting the client's home and their privacy. I always dress appropriately, I'm always on time, and I maintain a courteous and respectful demeanor. I avoid personal conversations or distractions while I'm working. My focus is on the task at hand. I also believe in clear communication, making sure I understand their instructions and giving them updates on my progress.
Perfect. Covers it all. Respect, communication, focus. Listener, question for you. What things do you do to not just meet their needs, but respect their space and boundaries?
All right, time to shine. Can you describe a time when you had to go above and beyond for a client? Story time.
Love this question. You get to tell a story, let your personality out. What's the interviewer really hoping to hear?
They're looking for proof. Commitment to service excellence, not just clocking in and out. You're willing to go the extra mile, make a real impact. Do you take initiative? Are you a problem solver? Do you care about making their lives easier?
So what kind of stories are they not looking for? What should we avoid?
Don't pick something basic like, I stayed late to finish the dishes. Come on. Pick a story that shows a real challenge, you solving a problem in a unique way, and a happy ending for the client. And don't exaggerate, keep it real.
So showcase your dedication, but stay authentic. Example of a story that really wows them.
Here's one. You could say, once, while working for a family with a newborn, I noticed the mom was really struggling. She was exhausted and overwhelmed. So on top of my regular duties, I offered to help with the laundry and even made her some healthy snacks. It wasn't much, but it gave her a chance to rest and recharge. She was so grateful, and it felt good to know I had made a difference.
Perfect. Not just cleaning, understanding, responding to the family. Listener, when have you gone above and beyond, made a real difference? What special skills or insights did you bring? Having that story ready, its impact.
Now, let's get efficient. How do you prioritize your tasks when working in a large home with multiple rooms to clean? Organization skills time.
Big house, lots to keep track of. What are they really focused on?
Can you handle a big workload efficiently? Got a system. Adapt to changing priorities. Stay organized even when it's crazy.
Methodical, but flexible. What are some mistakes, like ways people mess this one up?
Rambling, sounding disorganized? No. Structure your answer, make it easy to follow, and don't be too rigid, okay? Show you can adjust based on what's happening, the client's needs.
A plan, but adaptable. Example that shows that balance.
How about, when I'm working in a large home, I prioritize by first identifying any time-sensitive tasks, things that need to be done right away. Then I focus on high-traffic areas like the kitchen and bathrooms to ensure they're always clean and hygienic. I create a daily schedule, but I'm always willing to adjust based on the family's activities or any unexpected events that come up.
Love it. Got a system, but you're human. You get it. Things change.
Oh.
Listener, your methods, what keeps you organized, on track when there's a lot going on, jot it down, helps you explain it clearly.
Okay, we've hit those big questions, but let's talk about RoleCatcher's AI tools. Give you a serious edge in your prep.
Ooh, yeah. This is where things get interesting. Like a personal interview coach, right in your pocket.
Totally. Imagine this. You upload the job description, and RoleCatcher's AI, it analyzes it and tells you, here are the exact skills to highlight. Even suggests examples from your past work that fit perfectly. Pretty cool, huh?
That's amazing. Takes all the guesswork kind of tailoring your application. What about practicing? Like, for the actual interview, can the AI help with that too?
Of course. RoleCatcher's AI can actually give you feedback on your answers, like everything. Word choice, tone, even body language if you use video. It's a virtual mock interview with an expert, pinpointing what to improve.
Wow, that's incredible. Like a secret weapon to really nail it. Okay, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about career, advancement. We focused on getting the job, but RoleCatcher's career guide, it shows where this role can lead in the long run.
What's so cool is they've got a clear progression. Entry-level housekeeper to junior, then senior, even head housekeeper or household manager. It's not just a job, it's a path, room to grow, even specialize.
I love that. It's like a roadmap. Where you can be in a few years, how to get there. Imagine. You start as a housekeeper, right? Then your skills, your organization, boom. You're the trusted household manager running the show. Or maybe you discover you love gourmet cooking. End up creating amazing meals for a family.
Exactly. The possibilities. RoleCatcher gives you the tools, not just get in the door, but to see where you want to go, your long-term goals in this field.
This deep dive has been amazing. Tackled those tough questions, highlighted professionalism, continuous learning, even peeked into AI interview prep.
It's all about you, showcasing those skills, your dedication. The practical stuff's important, but it's those, those other qualities that really make the difference. Your commitment to excellent service, genuinely caring about the household, and that desire to grow and improve. That's what makes you stand out.
You are ready to rock this interview. Check out RoleCatcher's career stages, seriously, and consider those AI tools. It's like an extra boost. We'll continue this deep dive in the next part, where we'll focus even more on using RoleCatcher's insights to craft those winning answers. Until then, listener, keep those career goals in mind, and best of luck on your domestic housekeeper journey.
Welcome back to our deep dive. It's time to, really unpack some more of those insightful questions from RoleCatcher's guide and explore how to craft answers that will really impress.
What really struck me about RoleCatcher's whole approach is they don't just focus on landing the job. They highlight the long-term potential, like a domestic housekeeper career.
That's what I love about their career stages section. It's so clear. You can see the progression, how you build on your skills, your experience. You start entry level, mastering those fundamentals. Then maybe junior housekeeper, more responsibility, assisting with meals, specialized cleaning.
Like leveling up in a video game. Gate experience, unlock new skills, and then boom, senior housekeeper. Managing a team, those complex tasks, maybe even handling budgets.
Exactly. And if you're passionate about leadership management, it could even lead to head housekeeper or household manager. Imagine overseeing a whole estate, training, event planning, those impeccable standards.
It's so cool to see this role. I mean, some people think it's just cleaning, but it can be so much more. A diverse career and rewarding, too.
Yeah.
And speaking of rewarding, RoleCatcher also hits those personal aspects, the things that go beyond just checking off tasks.
Right. That's what makes them different. They get it. Building those strong relationships with clients, understanding what they need, what they like, becoming a trusted part of their household.
Creating harmony, well-being, not just a clean house. That's what makes a truly exceptional domestic housekeeper. Not just managing a home, but contributing to the happiness of the family living there.
So well said. Now, let's jump back into those interview questions. RoleCatcher's Guide, our roadmap to success.
Okay, bringing us to, what are your salary expectations? Ooh, this one can be a little, awkward.
It can be, but it's a standard question. It's your chance to be professional, be prepared, do your research. That's key.
So how do we even figure out what's fair? Where do we start?
Start with the research. Industry salary surveys, online job boards. Sites like RoleCatcher, they often have data specific to domestic housekeeper roles in your area. Factor in your experience, what the job description says, and any extra skills you bring, like specialized cleaning or childcare.
So not just throwing out a random number, you've got to back it up.
Exactly. And remember, this is a negotiation. Be ready to talk about a range. Be open to their offer. Finding that win-win.
Makes sense. Being informed, confident, professional. Listener, think about your skills, your experience. What's your value? What are your non-negotiables for salary? Do your research, know the ranges in your area so you can approach this one with confidence.
All right, this next one, this is where you get to show your passion. What are your favorite aspects of being a domestic housekeeper? Time to let that enthusiasm shine.
I love this question. It's fun. Get to talk about what you genuinely enjoy.
Exactly. And it's another chance to connect with the interviewer, like on a personal level. What really motivates you? Is it that feeling of creating a spotless space, making life easier for a family, learning new skills, new techniques?
Showing them it's not just a paycheck, but something that, truly fulfills you.
Yes. Avoid those generic answers. I like to clean. Come on. Share specific examples, real stories that show your passion. You could say, I love transforming a messy room into a calm, inviting space. It's so satisfying to see how my work impacts a family's daily life.
Such a great example. Real purpose, real passion. Listener, take a moment. What resonates with you about this work? What brings you pride, accomplishment? Those are the stories that'll make you memorable, help you connect with that interviewer on a deeper level.
Okay, time for some strategic thinking. How do you handle competing priorities when managing a household? This is about organization, adapting to all those demands.
It's real life. Stuff comes up, schedules change, got to roll with it.
Totally, they're checking. Can you prioritize, make smart decisions, stay calm under pressure? What are your strategies for managing time and workload?
What are some good ways to, approach this one?
Start by, laying out your system. Do you have a to-do list, a calendar, a special app? Explain how you figure out what's urgent, what can wait. And don't forget communication, talking to the client, clarifying priorities, being comfortable asking for guidance when you need it.
Being proactive, organized, and communicating. Keeping things running smooth.
You got it. You could say something like, I always start my day by checking the schedule, finding those time-sensitive tasks. Then I prioritize based on importance and urgency, always communicating with the client about changes or unexpected events. Clear communication and flexibility. Key to managing those competing priorities.
Fantastic. Organized, adaptable. Listener, what about you? How do you manage multiple tasks, competing demands? Any tips, tricks that keep you on top of things? Write those down. Helps you explain your approach during the interview.
Let's dive into cleaning products techniques. Are you familiar with eco-friendly cleaning products and methods? This is increasingly important for a lot of households.
It's a big trend. People are much more aware of what they use in their homes.
Exactly. This is your chance to show you're knowledgeable about those eco-friendly practices, your commitment to sustainability. Even if you haven't used them a ton, show you're willing to learn, to adapt.
So how do we answer this one well, even if we don't have a lot of experience with eco-friendly cleaning?
Honesty. If you're not familiar with specific products or methods, say so. But express your interest in learning. You could say, I'm aware of how popular eco-friendly cleaning products are becoming, and I'm really eager to learn more. I've been reading about natural cleaners, the benefits, and I'm excited to start using them in my work.
Nice way to put it. You're open to new ideas, staying current. Listener, what about you? Your experiences, perspectives on eco-friendly cleaning? Used any natural products or methods before? Any resources that have helped you learn about sustainable cleaning? Jot down some examples, answer with confidence, and show them your commitment to, taking care of the environment.
All right, let's highlight your attention to detail with this one. How do you ensure that you're consistently meeting the specific cleaning standards of each household? This is all about being meticulous, adapting to different preferences.
Because it's not one size fits all, is it? Every house has its own standards, expectations.
Exactly. You get it. This is where you understand that. Emphasize communication with the client, gathering those detailed instructions, creating a cleaning plan that's custom made.
Being a good listener, a good observer, and, like a problem solver, ready to be flexible.
You got it. You could say, I always start by having a real in-depth conversation with the client, really understanding their preferences, their expectations, detailed notes, clarifying questions, maybe even a written checklist, just to make sure I'm hitting every single detail. And I regularly check in, get their feedback, make adjustments as needed.
Fantastic answer. Shows you're committed to going above and beyond, giving them that personalized experience. Listener, what are your methods for consistency, attention to detail? Any strategies, techniques that help you meet those unique needs? Maybe you have a system for your supplies, or you take before and after pics to track your progress. Whatever it is, write it down. Helps you answer with confidence, show your dedication to high-level service.
This next question can be, a little tricky. Are you comfortable working independently, or do you prefer working as part of a team? There's no right or wrong answer here. It really depends on the job and you.
Finding the right fit. Independent work, teamwork, they both have their pluses and minuses.
For sure. Be honest about what you prefer, but also show you can adapt. If you like working solo, highlight your self-motivation, your organization, time management. If you thrive in a team, talk about communication, collaboration, supporting your colleagues.
So understanding your strengths and how they fit what the job needs.
Exactly. You could say, I'm comfortable both ways, independently and as part of a team. I enjoy the responsibility, the autonomy of working on my own, but I also value collaborating, learning from others. I'm confident I can adapt to whatever style works best for this role.
That's great. Flexibility, ready to contribute in any environment. Listener, think about you. Do you thrive with structure, clear guidelines, or do you like that freedom, setting your own pace? Think about past jobs, your personal style. This helps you answer authentically, show your strengths.
As we finish up this section on interview questions, remember, tailor your answers. Think about the specific job, the employer. Do your research on the family, the household, their values, lifestyle needs.
Like, dress for the job you want, but it's answer for the job you want.
You got it. When you show them you understand their needs, you're showing you're not just looking for any job. You're interested in this job.
And don't forget those AI tools. RoleCatcher's AI, it's a game changer. Analyze job descriptions, suggest answers that fit perfectly, even give you feedback on how you're saying it, your body language, like having your own coach.
Absolutely. Use these resources. Your answers will be well-structured, insightful, and perfect for that specific employer.
All right, we've covered so much today. Long-term potential, those tough questions. But wait, there's more. Next part of our deep dive. Even more strategies for crafting winning answers using RoleCatcher's insights to really shine.
Stay tuned for more great tips, actionable advice to help you land your dream job as a domestic housekeeper.
All right, back to the deep dive. We've been exploring how to really ace that domestic housekeeper interview. And this final part, it's all about putting those pieces together. Remember, we've got RoleCatcher as our guide and their insights. Gold. Not just landing the job, but building a whole career.
It's not just checking boxes on the application, it's showcasing you. Your skills, your passion, your commitment to creating that harmonious, well-maintained home.
Exactly. And those AI tools, RoleCatcher's AI, they can help you really refine how you approach it all, tailoring your answers, like you've got a personal coach.
Let's talk about how to bring it all together, make that lasting impression. We've covered those common interview questions, but there are a few key things, some extra things to remember as you prepare.
Okay, give us the goods, those final tips. What's going to make us really stand out?
First thing, this is a conversation, not an interrogation. Okay. Relax, be yourself, let your personality come through. They want to get to know you, not just a list of skills on paper.
Not robotic, not rehearsed. It's about connecting. human to human.
Exactly. And show them you're excited about the role, genuinely. It's not just cleaning, it's creating a comfortable home for a family. That passion, it'll show.
Oh yeah, when you're passionate about something, it's contagious. Anything else?
Have some good questions ready to ask them. Shows you're curious, engaged. Ask about their expectations, their lifestyle, what they love about their home.
Turning it into a real back and forth. And it shows you're truly interested in this specific role, this family.
And don't forget, practice, practice, practice. Use those AI tools, RoleCatcher's got them, to rehearse your answers, refine how you're saying things, get comfortable talking about yourself. More practice, more confidence going in.
Preparation
Yeah.
is key. Like anything in life, you get out what you put in.
Now, before we wrap up, let's circle back to RoleCatcher's career guide. Remember, it's not just this one job, it's seeing your future.
Right, because this can be so much more than just a job. It can be a whole career. Fulfilling, room for growth, specialization.
Maybe you discover you've got this knack for organizing, become a super sought-after household manager, or maybe you love gourmet cooking, end up making incredible meals for a family. So many options.
It's amazing to see how this role can grow, change. And RoleCatcher gives you everything you need to map it out, create the career you want.
So as you go into that interview, remember, it's bigger than just getting the job. It's about starting a journey that could lead to a really rewarding, fulfilling career.
We've covered so much ground in this deep dive. You should feel ready, empowered, prepared to really nail that interview. Remember, RoleCatcher's resources, those AI tools are amazing, and keep exploring those career paths. Who knows what's out there?
And listener, thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you feel ready to make that impression, start your successful career as a domestic housekeeper. Good luck.